and beyond to hide this. This is what the scripture is conveying. And he said to me, go in and behold the wicked abominations that they do here. And so I went in and saw, and behold, every form of creeping things, all kinds of creeping things, not human, creeping, insect world, animal kingdom, an abominable beast. What is an abominable beast? A beast that has been mingled with other things by man. And all the idols of the house of Israel portrayed upon the wall round about. They have taken the time to portray them. Does not this look like some of the things we see in Egypt? Is this not just Egypt, Babylon, Mesopotamia? You name it. Heads of this, body of that. Some of these things, I believe, I don't know. Let's just say this. I don't know that all iconography that shows head of a bird, body of a man, lion head, body man, I don't know that all of that is abominable. I'm not sure. I don't know that. Because there seems to be degrees of this. It seems to be variances of this. Because when we look at the angels of God, we're looking at the same thing. When Ezekiel is explaining in the opening chapters of the book of Ezekiel, this exact same thing, this beast man kind of thing that is called an angel. So I want you to remember this. We can't just put a label on something and say it's wicked. I don't want to label the iconography that we see on the walls in Egypt, Kemet, as wicked. I'm using that as an example so that you have in your mind a visualization of what the scripture is saying, because that is the most paramount iconography that the world sees. But I'm here to tell you that I don't know that that is what God is conveying as wicked. I'm here to tell you that there may be variances or variations of that have become extremely convoluted. That when you look at it, it looks like an abomination. When you look at the things that are written or inscribed on the walls of Egypt, they don't look like abominations. At least not to me. But there have been some things that I've seen that I've looked at and says, that does not look right. So I want you to keep that in mind. But what the Bible is conveying is, and I want you to keep in mind that in the beginning of this same book, that Ezekiel, by way of God, is conveying that the angels look similar to this. So again, we can't put a label on this. Ezekiel chapter 1, verse 5. Also out of the midst thereof came the likeness of 4 living creatures, and this was their appearance. They had the likeness of a man. Every one had 4 faces. Every one had 4 wings. And their feet were straight feet, and the sole of their feet was like the sole of a calf's foot, and they sparkled like the color of burnished brass. And they had the hands of a man under their wings on their 4 sides, and they 4 had their faces and their wings. And their wings were joined one to another. They turned not when they went. They went every one straight forward. And the likeness of their faces, they 4 had the face of a man and the face of a lion on the right side. And they 4 had the face of an ox on the left side. They 4 also had the face of an eagle. So there you have it. So this is what I'm trying to say. We need to stay open to this, because you can't, if you go by what scripture is saying, you will say, oh, all of these things that we see going on and being displayed in scripture, we will say that all these things that is being displayed in scripture is wicked. And we can't say that, because in the beginning of Ezekiel, he describes angels having animal features in a man's body, the mingling of things. So we know that scripture has conveyed that these people have taken it upon themselves to premeditatively go to extremes to hide what they're doing. That lets you know that they should not be doing it. You got to really know. Somebody has to tell you how to find these